Hi everyone, it's James from Golfify, and we have a new release for you, which is Golfify 4.0. We're really stoked about this one because it's got multi-round events in it, which is one of our most requested features. So really happy to get this one out to you, and I really hope you enjoy it. So I'm just going to go and quickly demonstrate the multi-round events feature, and run over a couple of examples of how you're going to use it, and then also some other improvements we've made to the app. So multi-round competitions, you can use them in a variety of scenarios. You might be doing a Ryder Cup where you've got 4 different days of different types of match play, and you want to tally the points up into an overall total. You could also be just doing a 36-hole competition in one day. Makes for a really smooth way to organize that kind of event. And also, if you're playing 18 holes, but you want to split the format across the 18 holes, you can use a multi-round competition for that. So really flexible format. Let's get straight into it by creating our first multi-round individual event. So let's go and press the plus button as we usually do on Golfify, and we hit the multi-round event feature. I'm just going to give this a quick name. I'm going to call it individual multi-round comp. Okay, and then I'm going to select the overall leaderboard to be individual only. Now that doesn't mean we can't add, like, let's say, a better ball competition, because it just means that every competition within this multi-round event will need to have an individual element. So I'm just going to press next. I'm going to quickly just select a facility for each of the rounds. There we are. And then finally, I will actually just make this second round actually a pairs competition with better ball format, like so. So I'm going to press create. Okay, now I'm going to go. I'm inside the competition, and just for the interest of time, I'm just going to add the players to this event using add from group, which is a really popular way to add players to events. If you have all your players in a group, you'll be able to do this as well. You just need to simply tap them from the add players from group section there. So I've got my players in the groups, and if we come over to the groupings, you'll see that pretty much the user experience is exactly the same as when you're doing an individual competition. The only difference is you've got this little toggle at the top to go between the rounds, and it's really that simple. You won't get it's no radically different user experiences. We wanted to keep it very much the same as our previous version. So I'm just going to use the auto assign players to get our guys in there, guys and girls. And I'll do the same for round 2 as well. Now, one big improvement on this version of Golfify is that you can now edit competitions, and this is not only the multi-round competitions. You can also edit normal competitions, single-round competitions, which means you don't have to create a new game, which I know was super frustrating. So now you can come into your settings, you can see game settings, and then in multi-rounds you'll also have this rounds option. So I'm just going to go into the game settings and show you how this works. You can see that we've got the scoring method set to stroke play. Well, actually, I want to change that to Stableford, and you can do that right there, and it'll give you the option to save it like so. So super cool. Saves a lot of time. You can make changes on the fly. So I think we're ready to get going. But I just want to change the rounds. I want to reduce the number of holes we're playing just for the interest of time again. So I'm just going to go into round 1, and I'm going to select the holes there, and I'm going to deselect all of them. I'm just going to choose 1, 2, 3 and save that. And then in the second round, I will do the same, just to make this a little bit quicker. Okay, great. So now we're in a great position. We have everything set up. We're ready to go. On this account, I'm actually signed in as Tiger Woods. I'm going to activate round 1, which will activate the overall competition as well. And you'll see that we've activated that. And we are now on the device on the right-hand side here, signed in as Nelly Corder, and you can see that the competition has come up there because we've already added her to this event. So if I press scorecard and activate round, we'll be good to go. So I'm just going to open it on the device on the right-hand side as well, just so you can see what it's like. You see we've got the same scorecard open, and I'm just going to enter some scores on this device. Okay, so we've got all the scores in there. We can see that Georgia Hall's had a great round. She's 2 under par. So if we go over to the scorecard, to the leaderboard, I should say, you can now see we've got this overall leaderboard, which is just, at the moment, it's just the same as the scores in round 1, which we toggle to like so. And you'll see round 2, we haven't started that yet. So let's go back and jump into round 2. I'm just going to activate round 2. And then here I'm going to just toggle that to round 2 as well. And then I'm going to launch the scorecard for round 2. So we separate the scorecard so your players won't get confused about which round they're entering scores in. They have to select a scorecard for each round, which will be not a problem when you're down at the course. And then we can just start entering some scores again. So throw a hole in one in there, why not? So we've got all our scores entered there. You can see we've got the breakdown between individual and team on the scorecard because that's specific to this round. When we go over to the leaderboard, which you can see on the right hand side as well, you've now got this individual leaderboard, which is updated using the individual element of rounds 1 and 2. So super cool. You can have up to 10 rounds in a competition, and you can see you can toggle between each one. And when you get to round 2, you can also toggle between the individual and team. So really cool. I hope that's clear and everything looks as you would expect. So let's just try a different example, which is a Ryder Cup style game. So if we go right back to our home page and we press the plus button, and we'll call this one Ryder Cup. There we go. And overall leaderboard, we're going to choose group team because this is for example, America versus European. It's that kind of a group playing a group. It's not going to be like a pairs. It can be a pairs competition, but it's a group versus a group. So we're going to choose group team as our game mode, and then we're going to change the scoring method to match play, which means that every game within this multi-round competition will need to be a match play game. So we have currently we have number of players per group team is set to 4. I'm just going to take that down to 2 and then press next. And then again, I just need to add a facility for both of these rounds. I'm happy. The first one's going to be let's do pairs better ball. That's a great format for the first day, and then for the second day, we'll leave that as individual, like so. And again, you can add rounds. You can duplicate rounds if you want to. You can add up to 10 rounds. Let's press create, and we'll get this one going. And you can see right away on this screen, I have the option to add my group straight away. So I'm just going to add USA and add the EU and go to the competition. So we have our 2 groups. And as the admin of both of these, I can start adding players. So for the EU, I'm going to add Justin Rose and Giorgio Holt. And then for Team America, I'm going to add Tiger Woods and Nelly Korda. Awesome. So we've got all our players in, and you can see our groupings are already pre-made for us based on the game mode. So the first round is going to be a better ball round, and I'm just going to automatically assign the players into the slots, and then the same for the second round, which is an individual element. Okay, brilliant. So now we're in a great position. Again, I'm just going to reduce the holes just for the interest of time for this example, and I'm just going to do that like so. Drop that down to 3 holes and save. And then the same for round 2. I'm going to drop that down to 3 holes. So they're going to be pretty quick match play games. And then we're ready. I'm going to activate round 1, and I'll activate round 2 at the same time as well. So if I go back to this home page, I'm actually just going to come out of this one for Nelly Korda. You can see that Ryder Cup has now shown up on Nelly Korda's device. As you'd expect with another competition, when you add someone, it is right on their home screen. They can't miss it. So we go into the scorecard. We press activate round. Nelly could have done that bit as well. So then we just throw in some scores again. And now this is a match play scenario, so the leaderboard just looks a little bit different. Jump in the gun. I mean, you don't need to enter all these scores in a match play situation. You could miss some out. You just need to enter the 2 lowest scores. Okay, you can see we've entered all our scores there, and the Europeans look like they've come out 1 up. So if we go to the leaderboard now, you can go to the leaderboard anytime, but if we go to there now, you see that it's showing the EU as having 1 point. You can toggle this so that if you just want the scorecards that have been submitted, you can go to confirm, which will actually just show you the games that have finished. So as it stands, is probably the most exciting one to have it as while you're on the course. And then, of course, if you want to select, just show the result for the selected round, you can press selected round, and that's still the same score for us because we've only done one round. So you can see, you can imagine all your different games building up below, and then this overall total. Really cool. You can see how each game's progressing. Let's just go into round two really quickly and get some scores on there. So I'm going to press round two scorecard. I'm going to activate the round. And again, let's just throw in some scores. This is individual match play here, and Justin Rose taking on Tiger Woods. So maybe being a bit unfair to Tiger Woods there. I can't imagine him losing that badly. But Justin Rose has put in a great performance and he's come out with a win. Let's go to the other individual game, which is Nelly Korda versus Georgia Hall. And this one, I think we need to give Team USA the point. So let's put some scores in like so. Nelly Korda's walked it, very comfortable victory. And if we go to the leaderboard, you will now see we've got those points accumulating into that overall total from each of the rounds. So really cool. Obviously, when you've got a lot more guys and girls playing, you can have some fun. You can do a proper Ryder Cup, and yeah, really look forward to seeing how you all get on using this. So that's about it for an update on multi-rounds features. There's a lot more to it. I'm sure when you start playing around with it, you can see the variety of different kind of combinations of games you can create. Of course, if you've got any questions, just shoot us an email. I'm more than happy to get back to you and help you out. And of course, if it'd be useful, more than happy to do a quick video call and run through what kind of game you're trying to create. So thanks for watching and take care. Speak soon.